about becoming rising seniors and cultivating the culture we want St. Andrews to have, one big question ran through my head. What is my purpose in the SAS community? I'm hoping by the end of my speech to reach an answer to this question, but first I wanted to talk about my life before St. Andrews. In middle school, I felt firsthand how school culture and environment can affect the way you carry or feel about yourself. In 7th to 8th grade, I tried exploring new interests, joining new clubs, and trying new sports, yet I was exhausted by the superficial, mindless, and cliquey environment of my school. I began to distance myself from the friend group I was previously a part of. I became quieter, closed in, and became less adventurous or open at school about the things I loved. Ultimately, I didn't feel safe showing who I truly was. So I began looking at other high schools in hopes for a place where I could be myself. During my school visits, time after time, I was met with students who were either unenthusiastic or unserious about the culture and values at their schools, at least until I arrived at St. Andrews. Here, I was met with open arms and smiles from everyone I saw. I felt a sincere sense of welcome and acceptance into the community. I remember being told about the St. Andrews way, that there was a way we treated one another in the space we were, which I witnessed firsthand our freshman year. When I think about the St. Andrews I'm passionate about, it can only be summed up into one word: genuine. A culture that everyone participated in and contributed to openly and honestly. A culture where the diverse or multifaceted talents, capabilities, backgrounds, personalities, and roles of everyone in the community were seen and appreciated. Your middle school stories and talking to a lot of you about your middle school stories and first days on campus, this same idea of SAS culture rang true in nearly every single one. Yet with COVID, it somehow got lost. As co-president, I want to lead the community in finding the same sincerity, inclusivity, and kindness we faced on our first days here. I will unite all our voices across the entire school in building a culture where everyone in our community is included, heard, and appreciated from all roles, so we all feel safe showing our truest selves. Using my experiences on Form Council the past 3 years, I want to build a relationship between our class and faculty based on trust, communication, and accountability as we collaborate to make St. Andrews the best it can be. But how do we do that? Well, all of us will bring something unique to the table as senior leaders. And as co-president, my purpose isn't necessarily about what I have to offer you, but instead how I can push you to use your passions, talents, and purposes to better the school. On one hand, I can do this in big ways by planning class leadership discussions or bringing school spirit to traditions and games. But more importantly, we must be our best selves in the smaller, imperceptible moments too. In other words, how we participate and contribute to the community, both in and outside of our big leadership roles, whether it's on dorm, in the hallways, on our sports teams, or in the dinner line. What matters most isn't how we act when we're on stage, it is how we act when we're off of it, in the little moments too. Outside of our immediate friends or dorm mates, how do we treat those we don't see or talk to all the time, and how do we treat the spaces around us? As co-president, not only will I be genuine in representing the student body, but I will also be genuine in the smaller moments as well. On days I fall short, as we all do, I will hold myself accountable, and I will push you all to do the same, because these smaller moments influence the culture just as much as the bigger ones do. These are my promises to you as your classmate, your teammate, dorm mate, and hopefully as co-president. Freshman year, we all felt comfortable being our authentic selves. We've gotten to know each other, we've seen each other mature and change, and we've seen the ways St. Andrews changed too. Returning to my initial question, what is our purpose? A few weeks ago, whether you realized it or not, we actually recognized our own purpose as class of 23 seniors, to be reestablishing St. Andrews culture. As co-president, I want to hone our many dimensions, roles, and passions as a school in hopes that everyone can be their truest and best selves possible. In doing so, we'll get just that much closer to rebuilding the genuine SAS culture we all imagine. I hope you will all support me in this endeavor by voting me, Trinity Smith, for co-president. Thank you.